This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Diecast podcast, season 6, the Poo Bash Aboo. We are back, and we wanted to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us, and we are officially back from our COVID break. All the episodes have been recorded. They are being edited. They are being processed, and they will be put up in hopefully a weekly manner. It has been a challenge, just as everyone else out there in the world has encountered. So we just want to say thank you for sticking with us and be ready for some changes. We've had to adapt quite a bit. So obviously no more recording in person. We've been doing it remotely. So quality's going to change a little bit. It's nothing bad. It's just different. It's how things are going to roll for the next little bit. But that's just another hurdle to overcome, and we can get through it together. So things to catch up on. Let's do a quick review to get everyone brought back up onto season 6. We started out in Trollskull Manor with the Trollskull Trio getting a message from Amelia, Amalika's mom, favorably known as Mamika. They went down to the Underdark to meet with her and discovered something. She was trying to obtain the idol of spiritual conduction on the island of the Poo Bash Aboo, something that Yosef knows a lot about. So they were tasked with going to retrieve that idol. They ran into some small trouble at the Fungus Glow Inn, as some people were not happy by seeing Waywocket Sprocket there and gave him a bit of chuff, gave him a bit of trouble. As they came back and made their way to the island, just before they realized that someone had been making loans and debts in Waywocket's name using his signature. All the papers looked legal and legit before they sailed off by the Farfernacle Collection Agency. However, that does not stop them from going to the island of the Poo Bash Aboo, where Amalika, Yosef, and Waywocket landed down with Carl, and they got to see where Yosef grew up. They met Rents, the head of the cult of the Poo Bash Aboo, and upon meeting him the first day, Yosef sucked out his soul and sent it to some other realm. They explored the compound. They discovered a shrine, an idol to the Poo Bash Aboo, which they discovered was not real, not really made up of anything with any substance, and discovered that it was just a front. It was all just a front for a shrine of Ixamet they found down in the basement. They fought some fire newts. They found Rentz's secret journal, and they discovered that Yosef has been going through a cycle of reincarnation as someone who is directly connected with the Poo Bash Aboo, and that's where he draws all his powers from, and that he also has the ability to end reality as we know it. They also discovered that the second part of the compound was actually quite nice. It's quite lovely. It's quite a tropical paradise that Rents and the higher ups had been living in, and that all the other cultists had been living in squalor without their own knowledge. It's at that point that Yosef had a dream about Aunty Morgan Mudwallow, who is a hag living in the swamp, was intrigued by the newcomers on the island and invited them to her shack. And they ventured off into the jungle. And that's pretty much where we're going to start it off. So some things to know after that brief little interlude is that whilst in the making of, or the recording of this, we're all learning something new, and there has been some changes that we've had to do on the fly. 2 episodes in particular. This is actually not the proper episode 7. This is technically episode 8. Episode 7 was on, I wish I could tell you what happened to it. We recorded it. The video was fine, and then as I split the audio from the video and set it up to Google Drive, it disappeared, and it's no longer on the computer I do all my editing on. So I don't know what happened to it. I wish I could tell you what happened to it. I don't know. So there's going to be a brief recap of what happened in the episode beforehand, leading up to the this current episode. And there's another episode. The one that follows is that one of my mic connections was not the most secure, and so it was crackly and garbly, and we couldn't use any of the sound right up until a certain point when I fixed it and we became aware of it, and we just go from there. So more hurdles to overcome, but we'll jump over them, and we'll keep the story going. So as a lead up to the episode, the lost episode, as we like to call it now, they wandered off into the jungle, and as a DM, the amount of survival rolls that the Trollskull Trio nailed was just unimaginable. They were rolling 18s and 19s. I think the lowest they ever rolled all night was a 17. And they overcame a lot of obstacles, or avoided a lot of obstacles in the jungle. They did fight some assassin vines, and they did name some of their followers, which we will post a list up for everybody to come. But on their journeys, they did come across the terrain started getting a little more damp, a little more mushy, as jungle floor began to turn into weeds and water, as they found themselves in this swamp with a bunch of mangroves. There was a green haze everywhere, kind of a mirror reflection, and the branches and canopies of the tree blocked out the sun and had that deep, rich, swampy, organic smell of decay and just sludge. And that's when they noticed there was 2 swamp walkers, 2 mangroves that were walking like tree ants. And as they got closer to the trees, they noticed that they had 2 people inside the trees, where the branches and vines and roots were wrapped around them and implanted themselves, and were using it kind of like a vassal or kind of a shuttle. And as they went, they're actually non-aggressive. They welcomed the Trollskull Trio into the swamp. And as they walked by more mangrove trees, they noticed that each tree had a different person on the inside that the tree was feeding off of. Gave everyone the heebie-jeebies for a little bit, and they made their way up to the shack of Aunty Morgan Mudwallow, and that's where this episode will join in. Season 6, let's go right now. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast, the Poo Bash Aboo, Season 6, Episode 8, post-COVID interlude, as it were, as we remember what happened on the previous couple of episodes, that the Trollskull Trio made their way to the island of the Poo Bash Aboo. They discovered the cult that Yosef came from. They talked to Rents, the cult leader of the holy absence of the Poo Bash Aboo. Yosef stole, or really kind of pulled his soul out and pulled it right out of his body and killed him. They flipped through his stuff and found out this whole history of the Poo Bash Aboo, and how it's this god that kind of resets the realities, and that one of the means through destruction of the world and everything they know is, in fact, our beloved cult leader, Yosef, who is now eyeing the island as a timeshare resort type of property and looking to expand the marketing venues out to Waterdeep. You had a brief encounter with some fire newts in the basement of a fake and holy idol of the Poo Bash Aboo, which was kind of made up of all these different idols from different religions, and just kind of there to be religious but not actually have a direct purpose. And then you met with Uncle Daddy as he came back in to drop off.
Never not funny.
It's never not funny. To drop off a shipment onto the island. And Yosef had a brief encounter with the illusion of Aunty Morgan Mudwallow, who offered him some wishes in exchange for, stuff. Yeah, it's not important. They organized themselves, got themselves on a trip ready to go out into the jungle. You brought some cultists with you, who we now have wonderful names for, of Scabs, Curly Legs, Pointy Sticks, and Short Swords. As you went out in the jungle, you explored, encountered an assassin vine. Everyone was relatively okay. No one got seriously hurt. And then you came across the mangrove swamp, where these 2 swamp walkers came and greeted you and escorted you to this shack of Aunty Morgan Mudwallow with the big light up neon red sign of Aunty Morgan's Mudwallow. And I think that's where we're going to leave it there, as the 2 swamp striders take up positions. Actually, they kind of root themselves into the water by the house. And you are in this green water swamp with your remaining followers that you sent back to the last half that you sent back to the compound. So what do? You almost kind of hear like a banjo being plucked, but you can't see one anywhere around. It just seems to have this very swampish vibe of exclusion and reclusiveness.
But also a big sign that's flashing.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Yes, so you are outside the swamp with this big, bright, neon red sign, almost on the verge of pinkish, kind of like more of a slow down pulsing of light. So what do you all do?
I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with a hag that also has a real sense of marketing.
Yeah, it really draws you in. It's kind of like a roadhouse vibe. Did I mention she trades wishes for souls? It seems fair.
Yeah, this is an important point of order there, Joseph, and I think Amalika would agree with me that there's one kind of creature that Sparks and Sprockets never dealt with, and that is hags. And that's because hags aren't interested in money. They're interested in souls and doing terrible things to them.
I mean, that's great, isn't it? I mean, so many people are interested in money. Why not consider alternate forms of currency?
Because we have a lot of that currency. We don't need to consider alternate forms of payment. We could just, actually work with people who require money, and that's okay.
Well, I mean, we need that money in order to establish my religious fortified structure and timeshare.
You know what else you need? Your soul.
Well, yes, exactly. I mean, my soul needs to be intact to lead the church of tomorrow. But
you can't just barter other people's souls, though.
And also, frankly, it's gonna be with also your soul. She's gonna want it. He wants all the souls.
Yeah, and let's be honest, your soul versus I don't know, scabs. That's a real tomato-potato situation,
Wait, are you saying that Yosef's soul is better than Scab's soul, or it's the same?
It seems like you seem to think...
it's a tomato and a potato. I'm saying that they're different.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But they're both delicious, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. Go ahead.
Is there any sort of note? Does anyone notice us?
No, the door is open, and it looks kind of with this gold and green illumination from the inside. There isn't the swamp. The smell of the swamp is kind of overwhelming your smell senses right now, but it is up on dry land. It is up out of the mist, and it, for lack of anything or alternatives, it does look like the safest place to stand in relation to everything else in the swamp, where you can, if something comes in through the water, you can actually see it coming, as opposed to being knee to hip deep in water, or for a waywalk it right up to no, you're being carried by Carl, right?
I'm being carried by a oatmeal Carl.
By oatmeal Carl.
Oh,
very small.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I'm chastising you, I'm also floating in Carl's arms. Correct me if I'm wrong, John, but we also kind of got lost on the way here. It was an illusionary. It kind of led us here. Yeah. Okay.
You kind of got lost, and then all of a sudden you found the jungle floor becoming a lot more moist, a lot more squishy, and then you realized you were walking into a swamp.
It's almost like the hag wanted us here because Joseph was offering souls in the illusion.
I think we've had a keen miscommunication because, this was kind of the plan as far as I was concerned. We were going to go to the jungle, find the hag, offer her Curly and maybe Curly and Legs, and then she'd send us to the Forbidden Cavern underneath the volcano.
I think that was just a plan in your case. I did not want to be here. I think this is not great. And, yeah, that's where I stand on that. Waywalk it?
You know, Amalika, I'm not surprised because anytime we talk about anything, you don't want to be here and you don't think it's great and you don't want me to become the lord of the new religious movement of the future. So, you know what? Your objections are on the books. Time to write yourself a new script.
Yeah, like,
What?
I definitely will, again, with our plentiful amounts of money and therapy when we get back to Waterdeep. But, like, currently I'm still dealing with some, like, deep-rooted trauma that has been suddenly thrown back into my face. And I'm on a quest for one of those things that I have trauma, deep-seated trauma for. And that's my dead mother, who actually turns out to be alive.
Yeah, we're all going through a lot. My business is in shambles. If we don't get this done and move on to my problems, which are also very important to me. But the point is, Amalika, you're going to have to face these things at some time. And it might as well be with your friends.
I mean, I'm here.
Thank you. We appreciate that you're here.
I just don't think, in the grand scheme of things, finding the hag to barter away some souls, that, like, wasn't on my roadmap for this particular quest.
So
That's
does
all.
your roadmap include wandering around in this jungle for weeks while these scruffians die anyway, and we never
You
find
brought
the
them!
entrance to the secret cavern? I brought them to give them to a hag. When you ride the bus, you bring bus fare.
Oh boy, wait, walk it. What have you done? What have we made?
His instincts aren't wrong. That when we getting to a specific point, we don't have. We're headed towards a goal. We don't know exactly what we're going to find when we get there. I do admit we could use some more information.
But we don't
But
need
I
it.
will
She
say
said she would send us right there.
What I'm looking for is directions, and I'm going to try to see what the prizes are besides soul. I'm mostly looking in a way to get out of here, back on a mission.
All right. Let's keep our options open, though. And we don't even have to give her Curly. We can give her one of the ones I haven't named yet.
I'm going to ask you nicely, please, to not trade away these people's lives. They look up to you. You have to care for them.
Yeah, it's true. We look up to you. You just, and this is one of the no-name cultists. Like you're the leader now, so we gotta follow and possibly not be used as cannon fodder.
You know what leaders make? Sacrifices. Did you know that I have thousands of dragons and my own tavern and my own twice-weekly dance party / confessional sermon? I'm huge. I'm a superstar. And yet I dragged my way back to this filthy island, liberated you from that horrible wizard, and now, all of a sudden, you want me to make more sacrifices? What have you done?
But trying to make you not the new horrible wizard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And also,
you're just acting like the old horrible wizard is right now.
And you currently have a very inflated sense of grandeur, like maybe a little bit. Like, has Carl been enabling you?
I mean, like, I enable him anytime I can. And like delusions of grandeur, though, those are realities of grandeur. Look how awesome he is. He's almost like a living god right now. In fact, he is.
Oh, I love you. But you're the ultimate yes man.
Yeah,
Carl's on my side.
Carl's
he's always on your side.
Rewarded.
He's problematic, like a lot.
And that goes for you, Curly. It especially goes for you, Legs. See me later. It does not go from you, who I'm now going to name Mouthy.
Mouthy?
Mouthy.
Mouthy, that's the name. And not just because of the sores on your mouth, sir.
Mouthy, bracket sores. Put a comma in there, and we have another follower named.
All right, just, you know what, Yosef, I know I'm not going to change your mind in one conversation. Just think about what I said and go forward knowing that we're keeping our options open. And at the team huddle before any of these deals are made. Got it?
Fine.
Are you making your way inside the shack?
Oh, yeah, and you guys stay out here. Don't get eaten by any trees.
Can we stay on the dry land? This is Curly raising his hand. Just so we're not in the water the entire time.
Yeah, dry off as best as possible.
All right. So you see everyone climbs onto the shore. It gets a little muddy and there's a couple of rocks and roots that you can actually find purchase and climb yourself up. And as you step onto the front porch, it's one of those steps where you step on it and you can immediately feel just like the weight of it kind of give a little bit. Like it's not been in the best of, it bows a little bit as everyone steps onto it. Except for Malika, because of elven grace and dexterity that you know exactly how to put the right amount of pressure onto different things. And you see her kind of like hip and flop or hip and hop up the steps. As everyone's kind of hear like that, and as you stand on that,
you guys are so noisy.
You stand on the top porch in the veranda. It's kind of you definitely feel like this has been around for possibly centuries, as the wood is like not varnished, like it has splinters that could stick up at any moment. And the door, there's kind of like this waft of, it smells like distilled bacon fat. And then just like turpentine, just kind of wafting out. But you do hear kind of like this, like almost like a jazzy kind of like old timey cinescope, like someone's cranking the wheel, and you hear kind of like this like pitchy, barky type of music to it.
I just want to point out that Waywalker has a feat called Squat Nimbleness, so he also walks somewhat daintily.
Sorry, Yosef, you're the only one who's tromping up the steps.
That's all right. They're making entrance.
All right, so who wants to be the first one through the door?
I'll go through the door.
I would imagine he is definitely walking in front the most confidently.
Yeah.
Waywalker is walking tentatively in here, looking around for danger at all times.
Yeah, and like Amalika's obviously like here, but like very, very wary.
Handsome stranger for sexy hag. Hello.
As you step through the front precipice of the door, it feels like you've almost gone into another dimension. As you see, it's almost got this 1920 styled speakeasy to it, where there's this red, crimson, lush carpet on the ground. There's a stage. There's empty chairs everywhere, but everything's clean and orderly and nice. And you can see different types of cages hanging down with different creatures from different dimensions that you've never seen. They're almost like on display as a zoo. The back bar just has a big, massive mirror that reflects the dining area. And as you look in the mirror, you can see all the tables are full of people, but it doesn't look like any one of those people are aware of the other people in the room. It just seems they seem to be occupied with their own table. And as you look on the stage, Yosef, you've seen her before, is this curvy woman with this brilliant green skin, shoulderless red dress with like flashing sequins on it, and this big done up purple wig that just kind of like comes up almost like almost like if it was like a Marge Simpson, but like had a bit more wild and frizziness to it. As she's holding again a martini glass with like this kind of like the very thick, pasty, chromatic, like almost like a rainbow colored martini in her hand. She says, "You certainly took your time having a conversation outside my establishment. Welcome to Aunty Morgan Mudwallow's Mudwallow. How may I assist you?"
Oh, I'm so sorry we stood on your doorstep with all that gabbing about. It's me, Yosef, Lord of the Island. We met earlier and there was some sparks. I felt them, you felt them. Let's not talk about it, but not deny it either. These are my friends that I was mentioning before, Waywalker and Amalika.
You see, she offers up her hand to be not like shook, but held, as a... You'd have to, if you wish, you can go up and approach her, but she's still sitting on the stage so far.
Malika just kind of like gives her a look, like, enough.
Yeah, I like nod, not politely, not unpolitely.
It's like, oh, Yosef, your friends have...
It's a real neutral.
Very rude man is not saying hello to the lady of the house.
I mean,
you've got to forgive
not
them.
saying hello.
I actually did say hello, but maybe I was talked over.
Well, I'm not.
They're from an uncivilized place. They're scruffy. They don't get how things are done here on the island. Please forgive them.
You see her hop off the stage and say, can I get you all a drink, refreshments, food? It is quite a journey through the swamp.
Oh, absolutely. Whatever you got, roll it out.
You see kind of like this purple, swifty, sparkly smoke, and she kind of like, poof, and it kind of just travels over and lands behind the bar. And all of a sudden, you're looking at the same type of skin, the same type of face, and same type of body feature, but she's wearing like an old-timey 1920s bartending uniform, like the white shirt with the vest on and the collars at the cuff that kind of poof out the arms a little bit, as she's already got a drink mixing in hand. It's like, so what are you looking for? Something spicy, something sweet? And you can hear kind of like that shuka as she has a martini shaker in her hand.
Something that will signify the start of our beautiful friendship officially here in person. Plus, you have such wonderful deep closets. Love these magical costume changes.
Hey, when you're in the entertainment business and you're hosting people, you gotta make them feel good. Let's give you the red velvet welcome as she shakes the martini shaker and pours out this mystical glass. Just appears in front of your hand, Yosef, and she pours this it's almost like a slushy as it just kind of like pours in. It's got like kind of like a white frosting on top of it. It feels very cold in your hand.
Ah, wonderful. Bottoms up to you, madam.
It tasted like if someone had made you a candy cane sundae.
Mmm.
And for you too, you can invite your friends in here as well. They're just gonna stay outside with the rest of the swamp. Shuka.
Of course. Come on, come forward, friends. Come meet our friend, the hag.
I mean, forgive me for being a little bit wary. Just like we were walking in the woods, we were, fighting with a really mean tree, and we're here, and wary. We're wary. We're cautiously, I wouldn't say optimistic, but let's just leave it at cautious. We're cautious.
I gotta say, your customer recruitment methods are very aggressive.
You see her kind of disappear again, and appears between Amalika and Waywalker, and kind of has her arm on the shoulder of Waywalker, and her arm kind of slung around the shoulder of Amalika. Is like, oh, please. There's no need to worry. Everyone's perfectly safe. And Aunty Morgan's Mudwallow, it is a safe place from the swamp, from politics, from inter-friend drama. Am I right, everybody? And please welcome in your little friends who seem to be more terrified of the outside than the inside.
Oh, does she mean like the cultists?
Yeah.
She means the cultists, yeah. Waywalker is sort of looking at Yosef for a decision.
Carl, go fetch our followers.
Sure thing. And you see kind of like this little trail of oatmeal as he comes flying out. And you see.
Remember when I told you about that cult I started? Well, here's just a few friends willing to do anything for me.
Mm-hmm. As most cultists do. This isn't my first encounter with cultists. A few have broken away every now and then and asking for a favor, a request, a wish, anything that help them get away from everything. I don't know if you've seen the state of the island, or that compound, but dreadful. So
Yosef is familiar.
Well, that's all about to change. Once my heavily fortified fortress and timeshare getaway opens, we'll be transforming this island. And I can see a high-ranking position for you and your Mudwallow.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of more of a solo operation. I'm not a being or an entity that likes to share too much. And she kind of and has that 1920s gangster accountant, as she's kind of has this big kind of teller machine, just hitting the crank. It's this roll of paper coming out. Yep, doesn't like to share. Yep, profits are way too high. Don't share it. Nope, don't share it. And then comes back behind the bar with another drink in her hand. It's but I can help you out with business if that's what you need. If you have a wish, I can help you out. If you have a need, if you want to succeed in the world, rich, famous, find the girl, find the guy, find the non-binary person, whatever you choose.
I
can help you.
Good. We're good. We're pretty like rich in friendship, in dollars. Like we're
my soul overflowing.
Yeah. And like we'd like to keep it that way with our bodies and souls intact.
We are looking for some assistance.
No! Don't add
we
we into this.
tavern. Because we're on the hunt for that mystical artifact I mentioned.
Oh, it's such an easy one. There's no fun in that one. There's no prospects or profits to be made off of that. That's no fun. That's so easy. Find the entrance to the volcano. It's a volcano. Walk towards it.
I mean, we were until we all of a sudden ended up here.
Oh, well, that's the funny thing about the swamp. The swamp doesn't find you. It's people who need something always find the swamp. So someone in your group is looking for me.
Ooh.
Yes.
That would be a wonderful title for our swamp tour. Well, it was me. I mean, we're looking for a way to fast track getting into the volcano, are we not?
Yeah, but that's not the type of business I deal with. I think there's something else out there. Let's see. She lights up almost like a big CEO style cigar and begins to just like puff out smoke rings that turn into like various monsters and beasts that just kind of like interact with each other as that hangs in the air and then dissipates. She says, "So we've got a fallen Aasimar, a gnome, and a dark elf." And you see like her eyes kind of like glow over purplish. She looks at Amalika and says, I don't think I can do business with you, young lady.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
She's already got a spell on her to interfere with any of my deal spells that I could possibly do. It's very powerful, too.
Who put a spell on her?
Yeah. Like, rewind.
I have no idea, but it's the geese spell. You know, those powerful deal spells.
Someone turned you into a goose.
The horrible goose, yeah. Well, she's involved in some type of contract somewhere, some type of mystical deal that's occurred at some point. Only people who deal in these mystical contracts are very good at seeing them. But it would be too much extra paperwork to help you out, madam.
Oh, well, I mean, on one hand, excellent, great, thumbs up. On the other hand, wait, walk it. What is she talking about?
It probably has to do with some of the earlier trauma things you were talking about. I'm gonna guess some of your mom's magics. Probably something in her mind to protect you. Maybe it's just to keep an eye on you. I don't know. Or maybe she's gonna be reborn in you.
Oh God, Amalika's like pinching her brow and like pacing a little bit now. Like she's like a little bit like wound up and just like, oh, this cannot be happening. Why is this happening? I just okay, somebody else deal with this situation, please.
As you see, Aunty Morgan comes up to Yosef and almost in your personal space and says, "But you're the interesting one because you have a connection to this island. You have a connection to this idol of spiritual conduction. This you are definitely connected to it. You're seeking it, but not for yourself."
Of course not. For my friends and my followers.
But you're still seeking to be in charge of a cult. I can put you in charge of the grandest cult you've ever seen.
On this island, I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Oh, I'm talking planes of existence, dearie. Sure, there's a few trillion souls here, a few trillion souls there, but what if it was infinite?
What my business manager always told me was look for the next step up. I mean, wonderful and powerful as I am, I'm not quite ready to be running an interdimensional organization.
Oh, you're not ready for any cult then. Huh.
By taking over this island, bringing all my followers here, and ruling it as the stronghold of power before I conquer those other dimensions.
Oh, well, I can do that for you easily, yes.
Great. Well, just tell us what's the quickest, easiest way into the volcano, and we'll be on our way.
Well, you're not going to do it that way, unfortunately, because there are some things you need to know about. First of all, it's not just your regular old humdum volcano. It's got a few special residents inside of it. It's got a few special things inside of it, and it does have a connection to this kind of soul vessel reservoir that is under the island.
I always suspected, but yeah, that makes sense.
The other is it has suffered quite a loss not too long ago. That whole death curse just ravaged the whole cult's ability to do anything. It must have been a year ago or so.
They did seem to be slipping. Go on.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for true ultimate power, it's not good if someone can turn off the tap.
Sure.
So I'm saying tap into the infinite.
More specific.
You're gonna have to break this down for.
You see her like, do I need to get the flow chart out?
Actually, if you have a flow chart, that would be very useful.
You see kind of like this big purple smoke come up, and you see her standing with like one of those like grade school like paper pads, and she has a black marker. And at the top of this, she draws a circle like, this here, Yosef, is you. You're the circle right here.
And I'm feeling hot for teacher.
You see her draw a line down like, this circle here, this is the volcano where all the souls are held.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Yes. And the death curse, and she puts like a line through the connecting line and says, cut you off from that.
No, bad death curse.
It did. So what I'm saying here, and she begins to draw like a ton of little tiny circles around the big circle and then starts connecting lines to it. If you tap into each dimension of reality, you have an endless supply of power.
Endless supply of power, you say? Mm-hmm. This seems like a lot to give away to someone you just met.
Oh, that's
even one as handsome and flirtatious as I.
Well, Mr. Flirty Boy, that's where the deal comes in. You just have to ask for it, and I will drop the papers.
Wait, Rocket, make him stop.
My business manager would say a deal that's that simple is never that simple.
Oh, well, they're never that simple. We are talking about infinite realities and infinite power, after all.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of details you gotta iron out there before you even get out a deal in principle. And frankly, I think what Yosef was trying to say here is that we should, walk before we run. Maybe it's more important to control, these souls before we're in charge of infinite souls.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So, I think this is a good thing that we could table. We both know each other's intent. You as a show of good faith could show us, maybe give us a couple of additional tips about, I don't know, the inhabitants of the volcano, how to get there quickly, and so on.
Oh no! That's you don't give anything out for free, my sweet gnome. But I can tell you, I can help you out with your stolen identity problem, though. You seem to be into it a little bit.
Oh, no one cares about that plot line. Just tell us how to get into the volcano.
I mean, I think Waywalker cares about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Two guys approached him in a bar and were threatening. Our stuff is way cooler.
Look, we all have very cool problems, and there's no need to compare.
Potato, tomato.
All very edible. Yours is actually the easiest one to solve. I mean, I could solve that snapping my fingers and boof, problem gone.
Wait, you're telling me that infinite power is easier than fixing a clerical error?
No, your problem's easier than infinite power.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. That makes way more sense. Sorry, I misunderstood.
I mean, yeah, I can do that for you as well. I can help you confront your problems head on.
And yeah, just pray tell, just so we get a ballpark on the other deal. What would I require to give you in exchange?
Oh, it's very simple. Again, I heard your conversation outside. There's a very bad misconception that all hags deal with souls. We enjoy them. Let's not lie. Most of the drinks here are made out of souls. Quite powerful, quite enriching, quite delicious. You know, you put a little Chianti on top of it, maybe a little cream sauce, and it's delicious.
I've never drank a soul, and now I'm wondering why that didn't occur to me.
Oh, we should take you to hell, my dear. There's tons of souls to eat down there.
Wait, walk it. Make it stop. She's giving him ideas.
Actually, that brings up a good point. Why are you on an island that has such weird soul power? You know, I feel like you would have less currency, that the island might take too big of a cut of your share.
Well, as any good entrepreneur does, I'm skimming off the top. I was kind of drawn here by its mystical power of souls just kind of being kept here. It's like almost as if someone had a butcher shop and they kept all the choice cuts of meat in the basement. And I'm just, sneaking down and plucking a few out, or plucking a few on transition down to the basement, if you will.
I mean, it's a pretty good scheme. So many people die on this island.
Oh, yes. I can't get all of them, but the slower ones, I can get my hands on them.
Yeah, well, that's very comforting. So, okay. So, I apologize. Maybe I assumed what your preferred currency was.
Oh, so, my currency is misery. My type of being, my type of person loves misery. We just thrive on it. If we can make someone miserable, we'll take that chance.
No.
Oh, yes.
Listen, I mean, I was hoping our business interests would align, but my goal is to make this island a happy place where people feel light and free of problems, and that maybe the world isn't ending it, that they're responsible for their parents' death because deep inside they're a bad person, so bad they may destroy the universe. It's going to be a getaway. It's going to be a liberation. It's going to be yesterday's gone, tomorrow's ahead.
That's very catchy. I really like that slogan.
Oh, they're chanting it in the streets in Waterdeep, let me tell you.
Well, it's very broad. The misery can literally come from anywhere connected to the deal. It doesn't have to be you. You could be the happiest person in the world, but, a friend of yours, a family member, a puppy, a mopey zoo lion.
But kind of my whole pitch is that everyone in the island is my friend and my family member. I mean, not really, but they have to believe it. And if those people start to go missing and have their souls consumed, I mean, any good business person would tell you that's bad for business, right, Waywalker?
Not sure what you're getting at, buddy.
I'm getting at the fact that we don't need to do dark dealings with hags in order to reach the volcano or set up a successful enterprise here.
You see her look around like, well, that is absolutely true. You're always free to leave the Mudwallow anytime you want. No deal required. You are free.
Well, unless you have any more helpful tips about that volcano, I believe we will do exactly that.
None for free? I can definitely help you out, but not for free, my friend. This is a free market enterprise I'm running here.
All right, what's the price?
Well, you want to know how to get to the mountain? I'll take 2 of your little compatriots there.
2? That's like 25%.
Yes, and you're trying to get to the island, and I don't see any other person around who can help you on how to get there.
Look, can't you just feed off the misery that Amalika is exuding right now and call it even?
True. Like, my current situation is real fabulous.
She's been a banquet of misery since this adventure began.
She says, legally.
I know your parents have been all like murdered and stuff, and like mine were too until like they weren't. So I'm going through some things, okay? Like I'm going through some things.
Are your parents murdered because you murdered them? Because that's what I'm going through right now, thank you.
Yeah, but I don't really feel like you're confronting that.
Take a
In fact, I
seat
think
at the
you
bar.
just moved past that and decided to murder rents as, like,
just
I don't know,
run
break
off
the
and run off and run, and she can just sop it all up. It's you're all she needs.
Oh boy, I don't even know what to say to you right now. Like, I'm going through a lot. I know I keep saying that.
Are you about to say that you don't like this mission and you want to go home? Because that's what you usually say in any situation.
I mean, I do want to go home, and I do think this mission is a very bad plan. I'm here supporting you. I'm here supporting you while you're trying to sell people's souls.
All right. Let's break it down. Let's calm it down a little bit. Now, Miss Malika, your misery is exquisite. You see, you do like the chef's kiss. Like,
You're welcome.
And consistent.
And unfortunately, for legal reasons, I'm not allowed to put my hands on it. So she's her own little stacked deliciousness of misery. Whoever has written up her contract has done an excellent job with her. I'm so jealous of it. It is so good.
Do the spells have like a calling card? Like, do they? Who did this?
Oh, I can tell you that. Let me check my legal work. You see her like pull like almost like a Rolodex, flips through it. Says, "Oh yes, I can tell you who's responsible for it."
Go on.
I can absolutely tell you the details of it, but you're not going to like the price of it.
Oh, here we go. Nothing's for free. Yeah.
There you go. Nothing's for free. No, but there is one small caveat to that, is that if I tell you this and you share it with other people, forever putting people you know, love, associate with in extreme pain. I can tell you, it's nobody in this room.
Oh, well, good. Great.
Really narrows it down.
Yeah.
It's definitely Motam.
Oh, must be Scabs.
Yeah, Scabs is a good second place.
And I'll even sweeten the pot for you. I think I can make an amendment to your contract that I can just slip in a little bit of help for you if you wish. I do get to sniff some of that misery that you get to partake in, though. But I can definitely help you achieve your goals and identify who cast the spell.
Oh
and
my god! Wow. You know what? Like, as previously mentioned, I am going through some things, and like I kind of think that maybe a deal with a hag in any capacity is not going to contribute to me feeling better about that.
Everyone regrets the hag deals they do in the 20s in Malika. You gotta avoid it.
Yeah. I just strongly feel like a better life choice for me is like to maybe do the thing that I told.
Have you met a lot of people who've had their memories wiped?
Oh boy. Yeah, we're not. I see what you're doing. I appreciate your hustle. Like, I appreciate it. That is good. You are good at this.
You see her kind of like just raise her chin a little bit and like that. Beam a little bit of pride.
And like, you're not wrong in that you are tempting me. But like, I know that I'm going to be better off without this deal in my life.
Oh, it wouldn't be a deal. I'd just be amending the contract. I just get a little taste of the misery that's just dripping off that contract that is going so well for them right now.
Well,
it's technically not making a deal with you. It's just me throwing in a little bit of an addendum, a clause, just so you can get a little bit of information.
Yeah, but like typically you don't want to like sign a contract without reading it and like adding an addendum to it.
You can absolutely read it if you want. Some things will be censored. Actually, you know what? No. You will get, because you will know in your mind, and you won't have to communicate. If you choose to communicate it, then we get into that's the legal sticky issues. But if you just read over the contract, you will know, and you will be part of it, and you won't have broken it with anybody.
Look, as the documenter of our group, I will be reviewing any contract that we sign.
Oh, he will break it for sure if he reads it. That is guaranteed.
No, that is part of the deal. Any deal that we are signing today, as the documenter, I am definitely reading.
Well, yeah, you absolutely can read it, but upon reading it and learning information, you will absolutely break that contract with people. For sure.
It's like the definition of
it's the ultimate NDA.
Yeah.
You actually see Amalka and Aunty Morgan kind of poof into a smoke and appear at one of the tables together, and there's like oysters and martinis and water and breads and cheese. And it's like, Amalka, this is about you. What do you want to do? And I will support that decision. As you see you take an oyster and slurp it down.
Look, I would have to. I would like to go back to my friends. I think, this is uncomfortable, and I see again the remarkable hustle you're putting in here, but I don't need more of this in my life. There are other ways to figure out what the hell is going on, and I don't want to trade in my soul any more than
I don't want your soul
or my misery. I don't want somebody feeding off of me. I am
it wouldn't be your misery.
An independent woman. I don't need this.
And if you don't want it, you don't have to take it.
Think about it.
It wouldn't be your misery I'd be drinking off of,
though. Whose misery are you feeding off of?
That depends if anyone breaks the contract or not.
I don't want to bring misery on my friends and loved ones.
Let me put it out this way for you. I can show you the contract, and if you choose to read it, we'll count that as a negotiation of the contract, and you will know absolutely who will be affected by this contract. But as soon as you verbally speak it out or communicate that to anyone other than yourself, contract broken for everybody. Poof, gone. Curses go off left, right, and center. Blam, 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 blam. People will die. But
yeah, this is a real no.
Yeah, really talked us out of it.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna go. Everybody,
I don't want that. No.
Yeah, we know how to find you. We'll definitely think about your very generous offer, but I think it's time for us and the cultists to keep heading on that dusty trail.
Says, very well. I'm sorry we couldn't negotiate. Would you like a drink or some snacks for the road?
I just don't think that's a good idea for me. I'm good.
No to everything.
Yeah,
we got it.
I'm doing a dry month. It's not nothing personal.
I'll take the road snack.
Very well. As you see, kind of this wrapped up crimson package with a golden bow comes around it. It's these are fried troll toes. They will keep growing back. Don't eat more than 3 in a sitting, or you will have some digestive distress as they regenerate in your gut as you digest them.
Gross, but makes sense.
And please let me give you a safe escort out of the swamp. You see her clap her hands, and it's Executus, Leonard, please escort our guests safely off the lands and back into the steamy, horrible jungle closest to the path to the volcano. Whichever path you want, you choose. That you just bring them to a path that'll lead them there. It's a big volcano. There's many paths to it. As you see, the two swamp striders kind of kind of wood creaks as they lean down and they peer inside the hut.
Do we ride them or follow them?
Oh no, you'll follow them. You don't ride the swamp striders. They do not like that.
Yeah, don't try it even.
Says, but aside from that, could I buy some of your followers here? They look particularly delicious right now.
Oh no.
No. So go ahead.
We'll be keeping them, but I won't forget about what you said about losing the 2 of them. And if you ever want to take that down to 1, or maybe you just touch one of them and they're sick forever, we're open to dealing.
Oh, I'd be into that. What would you like in return?
We'll see.
Oh, I can do it right now if you want.
We'll see.
Okay, all right. Well, very well. It was good to meet all of you. Now, remember, if you want to come back, just think of wanting to accomplish something in the fastest, cheapest way possible. And I'll be here.
That's a pretty good motto.
She escorts you to the door.
Cool.
She physically doesn't leave the hut. And on the way out, she says, good luck and good journeys to all of you. Just remember that volcano is literally the worst place to be on this island right now. And if you want a piece of advice, don't trust that Jarlaxle feather. He's definitely got other things in the works.
Uncle Daddy? Yeah, we're on that. We know.
Also, Uncle Daddy's from a swamp hag. That's creepy. You got to stop calling him Uncle Daddy.
You don't want to call him Daddy because, I think you're lying.
Oh, he is quite attractive. That is.
It's really catchy. Once you start saying it, you can't stop.
Just say it. Just say it once.
Oh, I've had my encounter with the Jarlaxle before. Daddy's just fine for me.
I regret this.
Ooh. That's one deal that Joseph has not been able to close.
Yet.
All right, so
please,
I guess
please, old Jarlaxle is up for anything. He's not restricted to any one type or selection. He's all over the map.
Got him all over my map.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess we head into the jungle.
All right, the swamp walkers escort you for a couple of hours, and then all of a sudden you see them slowly start to shift and fade out of reality as you notice the ground starts getting more solid, more dry, and more plant-like as opposed to mud and watery, as you still kind of have those stains of wading through the water for a couple of hours, but you are now out of the swamp and into the jungle, and about 3 feet to your left you kind of see almost like a game trail. It's been stomped down, but it appears to be big round dinosaur footprints. It looks like you've come across a game trail, and as you look up into the night sky you can definitely see that silhouette of the volcano on the horizon.
Well, keep an eye out for dinosaurs, everybody, but I think this is the camping spot for the night.
They could have spared an expense.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, pitch the tents, and tonight, because you've been such great adventurers, you get to sleep in 2 of them.
Oh, yeah!
Hooray!
That feels like a good place to take a small break.
And get a beer.
And here we are at the break, right after our encounter with Aunty Morgan Mudwallow. I hope everyone's been having a good time. I hope everyone's been enjoying themselves. And I just want to take this moment in the break as we get back into the swing of things, just to say this whole change in everyone's life has been huge, and it has changed everything drastically. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to Adam, Miles, and Steph, who were awesome in the support, awesome in their time, and just awesome in coming together to help finish out this season. And I don't think any of this would have been possible without the amount of effort they put into this. So as a big thank you from me to Adam, Miles, and Steph, you knocked it out of the park. You were amazing. We leaned on each other. We were emotional support for each other. And it's that type of help that makes our family so great, and the tabletop role-playing game community is so great to see that type of love and support that happens. And I just want to take a moment and say thank you for being the amazing people that you are. And as we said, things are going to be changing after this because, life is different now. There'll be more announcements to come. Some really, really good and some more amazing than others, but we will keep you in the dark to add more suspense. Until then, let's finish up the rest of the episode. Some episodes will be shorter in the future just because of time constraints and how we're trying to figure out how to record everything remotely, but it's all done. The season is done. It's now playing out for you. thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining along. As always, please join us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Give us a follow. You can find us on any app that plays a podcast. And the biggest thing to help out right now is leave a rating and review. That helps us out so much. If you can do that, that would be amazing to help us out. And as always, you can find us on flyinglizardstudio.com, where we have everything posted. Our own Discord we have links to it. Our own YouTube channel, we have links to it. Head on over there, have some fun. And we hope everyone is doing the best they can through COVID, and we hope that you take a chance to reach out, talk to some people, check in on some people, because I know I went through a bit of it, but just make sure everyone's doing okay and see how they're doing, because it is tough times and we only get through it together. So that's it from me. Let's jump back into the show. I'll see you next week. Just have some love for each other, and I'll see you next time. And we are back. It is nighttime. You get out your girallons, branded camping supplies, tents, bags, dried goods, food to eat, and you set up tent for the night at the side of what appears to be a dinosaur game trail.
I'm considering this well-trafficked zone. I'm thinking that maybe we introduce your followers, Joseph, to the idea of watch.
Yeah, absolutely. They're yours to command.
All right. Mouthy, curly, Scabs, pointy six, short sword, legs.
Scabs.
No, we lost Scab.
Yeah, Scabs isn't there anymore.
Yeah. And the others, come close. Have you ever done watch before?
Well, it's really dark here, so I don't think that this is like a person you've not named yet. It's like,
sure.
It's dark and we can't see all that well.
No, I know. Well, we have a little fire right now for our food. We'll keep the fire going.
So you want us to watch the fire? Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Yeah, just take turns doing it, though. Alert ears. There's more to sensing than just your eyes. Think about sounds.
Well, I can hear the fire crackle. I mean, like crackle.
Yeah, but also like if you hear like I don't know, the sound of one of you being eaten or something, scream.
A dinosaur?
Yeah, I don't know, like a dinosaur. You see a dinosaur, just like wake us up.
Wake you up. All right. Do you want us to like yell and scream, shake you awake, hit the tent or something like that?
Yell and scream, use some of your best judgment.
Oh, I wouldn't leave it up to them.
We gotta empower them, Amalika, if they're gonna break out of
why don't we give them like some multiple choice? Like
Yeah. Well, Rule 1. Scream and shout, hit the tent if you have to. Get in if you really have to. But start with screaming and shouting in case of danger.
Okay, yeah. All right, we got you.
And like do teams of 2. Do a couple hours. Go to bed, wake up the other guys. They come out. That way you're fresh for tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, cool. All right, I get that. We got it. We got it down. Perfect. We're dead.
All right, yeah. Here's a schedule for you quickly. I put a couple question marks around those people who you don't know yet. I'm going to call you Smart One.
Smart One. All right, I'm the Smart One.
Let's see if that works out.
You see him grab it. He looks down at it. Like you see him kind of like trying to like bring it closer to the fire so you can read like off the glow of the fire. It looks like he's having some trouble in the light or in the nighttime.
Here, let me help you. I can help you get your setup.
My setup? Okay. I was just going to stand here by the fire and watch for things.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. You're good. Sorry. I thought you said he was having a problem with the fire.
No. He was having problems reading the, he was bringing like your parchment paper closer so you could like use the light of the fire to read by it.
Gotcha. Don't get you on fire. Watch out.
Oh yeah. I'm the smart one. I know. Don't put paper to fire. Thank you very much.
Hey, yeah. All right. This is prescriptive.
So who do you want them to take the first watch?
Yeah, it's like mouthy and smart one.
Okay.
And legs and short sword in the second shift.
Well, they all have the same stats, so I'll just roll at once.
Oh no.
Hooray!
They have the cultist stats.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're snoozing in our tents.
So you guys bed down, having been tempted by Aunty Morgan Mudwallow and her ability to grant wishes and trade for souls and misery and whatnot. Thinking of the various possibilities of what could have been, and answers and questions and goals achieved, infinite cosmic power across all the realities, figuring out who did that contract for on a Malika's parents.
Are you trying to still tempt me?
It's just narration. It's just narration. And apparently the solving of Waywalkett's business transactions that he may or may not have signed off on. But you get about an hour into the night when you are all woken up by the shrill shriek of the followers just screaming in absolute anarchy and chaos. There's no coordination. It is literally a terror cry, as it's like that high pitched curdling, like, ah! As you wake up and you look outside, and it's just pandemonium as you can see them jumping over the fire, kind of trying to dodge into tents, as you see about 9 zombies coming out of the jungle and slowly trying to paw at some of the lesser known cultists, as we are now going to do an initiative check, please.
Get away from those souls. I mean, followers.
Ooh. All right, let's see what everyone got here.
14.
This picture on Waywalkett's Sprocket is adorable.
Thank you.
All right.
Listeners, this picture of Waywalkett's Sprocket is available on the Discord.
Whoa. 95 listeners.
Okay.
Scroll all the way back.
Where's my
Malika
initiative?
4.
Why does it say 0 on my initiative?
Because you have a 0 dex.
Oh.
Wait, didn't I get a 5?
You did get a 5.
You have 5 total, and it adds your +3.
Oh, no. John just said I got 4, but I mean, not that it makes a difference, but
sorry.
whatever.
No, I said 14 for Waywocket.
Oh.
Yeah.
5. No, that's not how you spell a Malika. Bop, bop. And Yosef got, let's switch back, a 9. All right, you're all going before the zombies, who technically got a 0.
Oh. How many zombies again?
There are 9 of them.
Oh, geez. I don't think I have anything that can take down 9 of them at a single time.
And for convenience sake, we're going to say they're in 3 groups of 3. One group is currently trying to chow down on your followers. And zombies.
Gotcha.
There.
Right. I imagine that one is struggling with a follower or something.
Yeah, we'll say that.
So I will dash up to that one. Sorry, I'm actually going to regularly move, but speedily get in there and go for a rapier attack to the cranium, hopping up off of his broken knees. Rolled an 18.
That is definitely a hit, as it's kind of overbearing and kind of coming down on the cultist, who's kind of on one knee, as it's trying to overpower him. So an 18 definitely hits.
And that is 21 damages.
Ooh, all right. You have skewered the zombie right through the skull.
Nice.
But you also notice that you have officially hawked it, and it kind of just is keep going, but it looks over you, and it kind of bends your wrist a bit as it looks at you with the rapier still through the side of its head, as you now have its full attention.
Well, I will pull my rapier out of its mouth, hop down to the ground. If I still have any movement left, I'll take disengage and move back to like where I started.
Perfect. We'll say you get just out of melee, or just out of walking range for them.
Sure. Well, I might have that much movement left, but I'll probably have 10 feet left or something.
Okay, perfect. Yosef is next with initiative 9.
I guess I will fire 2 Eldritch Blasts. Do I get to do them? Do I get to choose as I fire, or do they both go up?
Absolutely. So you can choose, if you hit one, you can then choose to hit something else. You can choose to hit the same target. You can choose to split up. You can do whatever you wish to do.
Okay, I'm going to aim at the one that Waywocket injured.
Fire away. Boom! Critical hit.
Nice. And then what do I roll now?
2d10.
No, it's only because he gets to fire twice. It would only be a d10.
Yeah, it's a 2d10. Because he hit, but he did a critical. So it's 2d10.
Oh,
Sweet.
right. Yes. There should be a little thing for
that's...
Yeah, but plus 5 still, so 10.
Yeah, if you check the front of your sheet, there's a little Eldritch Blast damage slot there for you. So it's got your attack roll. Boom.
Oh, there you go.
That's even better. You're going to do his Undead Constitution. Oh, with a natural 20. So you actually blow the bottom jaw and most of the neck off of the zombie, and the meat chunks go flying off into the jungle. It is still standing though, and it looks like it's going to turn its attention towards Waywocket still, as it's still trying to crumble and claw. It's technically down to 1 hit point. You would have killed it, but it's an undead fortitude monster, and it has made its save.
Can I blast it again though? Because I get 2 blasts.
You may blast it again. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll get rid of that fucker. Blam. Oh.
All right, roll up your damage. You see another silvery blast of damage. 8. Undead Constitution. Oh, with a natural 18 this time. So you hit right in the middle of the stomach. You kind of blow it out, and the spine and the guts go flying backwards out. This thing should have been long since dead, but it's still somehow finding the result, the resolve to keep being animated and moving towards Waywocket. 2 definite lethal blows, but undead creatures sometimes just find a way to survive. You can still move around if you wish.
From my knowledge of sort of sorcery and stuff, could something else be animating them and stuff?
They usually, so zombies have a lot of different origins. You can use it for the animate dead spell. Necromancers can summon them. Kind of like this malignant evil magic in an area can just if anyone dies in kind of an unfortunate way, sometimes they can be risen as zombies. It's not uncommon to see zombies in the jungle. They're definitely not under control. They don't have a cohesive working together hive mind type of mentality. They just seem to be in a pack, just wandering around more than anything.
Where are we in relation to the zombies? Do we have any...
I'll say the zombies are in the main open area by the fire trying to feed on your followers, and you are all in your tent.
Well, I will come out of the tent and maybe call to the followers to run back towards us.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I should probably roll the followers as well. But oh my goodness, the followers got a really super high roll on their initiative. DM's rolling hot tonight.
Yeah, it's a force is good and all, but maybe think about something with a little radiant flare.
All right. After that is Amalika.
Okay, you said we're still in the tents, right?
Yeah. The safety of the tent.
Okay, so Amalika looks around and narrows in on the one that is just refusing to die again.
Oh, actually,
Wait,
John, that first hit should have killed the zombie because it was a critical hit.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. That is absolutely correct.
Ooh.
Yeah, critical hits negate undead
fortitude.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Let me take him off the rotation there. Thank you for pointing that out.
So
no
can
problem.
You exploded the
Can I
head off of it.
rapidly use my second one to hit the next zombie?
You absolutely can. And we can just keep the roll if you want and just apply the damage as well, because you didn't.
Yeah, I would have hit anyway. So
Yeah.
just transfer that damage over to the next guy.
8 damage. Gotcha. So the second zombie, as we rewind time, the second one, again, still blows through the stomach and at the guts. And it looks like it did like a beefy chunk of damage to it. All right. Number 2, you have this many hit points left. Bam. All right, Amalka. And we'll say the one where it used to be a group of 3 is now a group of 2, as you see 2 Eldritch Blasts come blasting off, takes the head off of one, goes right through the gut of another one, as those 2 seem to be trying to make their way to Waywalk after being just panged and attacked.
Okay. Amalika pulls her hands back and casts Frostbite in one of her frost daggers and immediately chucks it at the one that just got Eldritch blasted.
Yep, so that's a dexterity save, which zombies are notorious for having. That is a minus. That is technically a 1, but a -1 makes it a -1 to the modifier, or -2 to the modifier makes it a -1 in total. So roll up your frostbite damage for 4 and has disadvantage.
Roll, and then how much? What do I roll? D.
Oh, you rolled it already.
Oh, I thought I had to roll 2. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, it's a strength save. All right, I got it. That's still a 1. That's still a fail. Bam.
Yeah, you rolled a 1 and a 3 on your damage. Ooh.
I did? Oh, I see, because it rolled the 2d6. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
All right, that zombie looks exceptionally wounded, but is still standing.
Sorry, guys.
No, you still did good. The zombies are all going to go. The 2 zombies are going to approach Waywalk and try and take some swings at him.
Yeah, go for it.
One is a 7 to hit versus AC.
That was a miss.
And the other one's a 19 to hit.
As that one comes down, he throws his other hand up and goes, "Not today!" and casts Shield.
You see this arcane bubble come up around Waywalk and thunk, is it kind of like almost something like someone palming their hands against an aquarium tank. Thunk, 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 thunk. Okay, next 3 zombies are going to attack the followers.
Wait, where's Carl?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Roll for Carl. He's still oatmeal.
I rolled Carl's initiative. All right.
I've got a stat card right here. Carl got a 7.
Oh.
I should put up a character sheet for Carl. Got it. All right. So against cultist AC, zombos. That's 2 19s and a 6. So we're going to say Curly and Legs will get hit by zombies.
No. They're my favorites.
Curly is taking 3 hit points worth of damage as it kind of just slams him in the air, like, oh, and he just kind of grabs onto it. Curly's -3. And Legs is taking 9 as he takes a big bite out of the leg of Legs.
Get back here. Take disengage and move.
And the third group is going to do a double dash and head towards the tent that is making all the noise. So they'll be right in melee range with all of you. But they can't do anything else because they get right in front of you. The followers are going to take the disengage action and try and jump into the tent, into an open tent for safety. And they do so. As you see them all kind of hop up, clearly not inexperienced, or they with some experience of dodging zombies in the jungle, as they kind of weave and serpentine their way around and all manage to evade all the swings and grasps of the zombies. They jump into the tent. You notice that the zombies are much slower, but still making their way towards that other tent as we come to Waywalk it. So there is the group that was, or the ones the 2 zombies that are on you, and there's a group heading towards Amalika, or that have head towards Amalika and Yosef, and the other group that is heading towards the followers. So you have 2 zombies right in front of you. What do you wish to do?
Well, I think since I'm all rapiered up, I'm going to move towards the zombies that are near Amalika and Yosef, and try to get one of those guys since I get my sneak attacks on them.
Okay, that'll be an attack of opportunity from 2 zombies if you choose to
All
do
right,
that.
then I'll take disengage as my bonus, and I'll still move over that.
As you see the 2 zombies kind of like swing over top of you, you duck down and dash away through the through the jungle floor, like parsing by the fire, and you come up right behind one of the zombies who looks like it's ready to tear open the tent and get at Amalika.
Follow me, you stupid zombies! Guys, huddle up, get back to back, and then do some crazy magic around us! And I will attack one of the ones near...
Oh, yeah, super.
Amalika. Super hit. 10 sneak attack damage, and...
Rapier?
11, so 21 damages.
Ouch! Again, you've hawked...
Come on. No, it's good. It's good. I love it.
They only got 22 hit points, man. You've done 2
I know.
hits.
Yeah, I know. It's how them rolls go.
Yep.
And those are all the things I will do in my turn. Yeah, I'm trying to get us to huddle around, so we're all back to back.
So you see this zombie open up its mouth to try and take a bite of the tent, and just through the back of it, you see this rapier come poking out and then sliding back out as like the head looks like it's barely holding on. All right. After that, Waywalk, it is Yosef. Yosef, it's your turn. You have 3 zombies in melee range with you, and a small little gnome stabbing in the back with his rapier from behind.
Okay. I believe that my Eldritch Blast had a push on them.
Oh,
is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you have whatever that blast is.
Like, I had the thing that made it worse, but I also had a thing that pushed them.
Let me check.
10 feet back.
I know you do have it. I can't see it on your sheet anymore, but I know you did take that.
Okay.
So they do. So the ones that were in the first group that are trying to get towards Waywalk, that one will be pushed further back.
Okay. Then I'm gonna blast him. Come on, that's got to hit, right?
Let me see. Oh yeah, for sure.
Bloom.
13. All right. Constitution save for undead fortitude. That is a 9, so you explode that zombie from like the top down. It's almost like someone put a charge of dynamite into the as it just kind of like showers down everywhere.
Then I will shoot the next zombie.
Do it up. Get back to that. Oh yeah, that's another definite hit. The 15 hits. Roll up your damage.
And why am I getting 2? Oh, it's just because
your 5th level. Yes, you get the extra one. And 9. As you see another one hit it right in the shoulder, and you see the arm just pop off of that zombie, like poof. But it still continues to try and march towards you as it gets pushed back 10 feet away from the tent. So it's actually been pushed back 20 feet now. Okay. All right.
Are there any zombies close to me?
There are 3 in front of you right now.
Each.
Okay, and after Yosef, it is Carl's turn. What would you have Carl do?
I guess I would like Carl to get in front of the zombies in front of me and try to lead them astray.
Okay. Do you want to use the help action then to give an advantage on the next attack? Okay. You see him come down as he kind of grabs up almost like a handful of his arm, pulls it out, and just whips oatmeal right in the face of one of the zombies. It's like, there's oatmeal. There's Carl in your eye. Ha ha! It's like splats as it hits it right in the face. So it's got kind of like this mossy decay and then just dripping oatmeal coming down the front of its face as it grabs his attention. It begins to try almost like trying to swat at a fly as it tries to swing away at Carl. As Carl's just like zipping and dipping, almost like a firefly just going all around him. So whoever attacks next will have advantage. After Carl is Amalika.
Oh, goodness.
Use that advantage.
Yeah. Are there any of the zombies in a lineup in front of me? Like,
absolutely. We can say the ones going for the followers tent are in a lineup.
Cool. So Amalika is going to use her ice blast.
Nice.
And try and get some of the zombies directly in that line to get as many of them as possible?
You can get 3.
Cool. Well, let's do that. Once again, Malika outstretches her arms and pushes out the ice blast with.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, the oldest 2 7s and an 8.
Oh.
Eat my farts.
Wow, that's beefy. So even with the save, they're still taking a fuck ton. So the one who failed has to take the full damage on this. I don't even think you can do that. It's a 20. Yeah, it's 27 Constitution save. You see ice just kind of shower, kind of freezes it, and just kind of clumps down to kind of like a frozen meat pile. The two have a save they can possibly do, and they both fail spectacularly as all 3 zombies just get blown into chunks into the jungle, never to be seen again. But you do notice there's kind of this ice and meaty sludge is kind of remaining right in front of the tent where they're about to rip through. You can see some of the followers lean out. It's definitely legs. He kind of gives you the thumbs up of, "Hi, thanks, man."
Welcome, dude. We'll prestidigitation that later.
Okay, so bam, bam, bam. Those are all dead. Blep. The zombies will get to go. So, the 3 zombies.
Look at me! You're trying to fight me here!
One's going to go for everybody. So against Waywalk,
Fair enough.
that is an 18 versus AC.
That is a hit.
As you see a big undead fist come slamming down, trying to claw away at you for 7 points of slashing damage.
And I kind of dodge out of the way of it at the last moment. I'll take half damage. So it rounds
Down. So
up
3.
in this case. It rounds down, so 3 damage.
Yeah. All right. Against a Malika is an 11 versus AC.
My AC is 13. Hang on, I'm on my wrong thing. 13.
Perfect. As it swishes.
Wait, I'm on.
Yeah, it's 13.
Okay, sorry.
And,
Did you go +3 dex?
Yeah. And Yosef is another 11 versus AC.
I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
Perfect. Zombies go back up to the followers, and you see the followers trying to button and zip up the tent as if that kind of gives them some type of safety, like a question. And that is their go. Waywalk it. You follow. There are 4 zombies left.
The 4 zombies left. And there's still 1 or 2 in front of us here.
There's 3 in front of you, and then there's that one trailing one that kept getting pushed back by the Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha. Well, I'll go for one of the ones that's next to us.
Okay.
27 to hits.
That is a super hit.
Sneak attacks.
Oh yeah. Don't do 21 again. That's not okay.
No, actually, and this is actually +7, so 15 plus 11 is 26 damages.
All right, Undead Fortitude. That is a 14, so you skewer through that zombie and it finally just slumps over dead as you...
I'm warming up!
you catch the last little bit. All right.
And...
that dude...
No, I'll leave my hand free so I can cast a spell. Okay, yep. Here we go.
And Yosef is after Waywalk it.
Okay, I'm still blasting.
So, anyway, I just started blasting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked so far.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Boom.
13. Ooh, yeah. There's 1 second. He's going to have to do his Undead Fortitude. That is a 12, which is just short of the 13. So you see another zombie just from the top, the shoulders up, just go kapoof, and explodes into a big meaty mass.
No time to look at that. I got more blast to do. Boom.
25 to hit, another 10. That zombie, unfortunately, has not been touched at all, so he'll just take the damage. Boom, as you see another silvery blast hit him right in the chest.
But he gets pushed back, right?
And he gets pushed back away from the tent. So Waywalk it from next to you, see the zombie just get blown back and kind of skids through the dirt as it looks down and looks up and realizes it's been pushed back and looks like it's going to attempt to try and come back. Actually, Waywalk it, you should have had advantage on one of those attacks because Carl helped you out.
Oh yeah, I still hit super hit.
Yeah. All right. It is.
I can't kill it any more than they already did.
That's true. That's true. Carl's up. What do you wish Carl to do?
I think keep doing the same thing, like distracting, giving advantage and stuff.
He's going to go down and get a pebble off the ground and kind of like scoot it up and wing it off the side of the head as using the help action. So the next person to attack zombie number 4 will have advantage. Bap. Malika, it is your go. There are 2 zombies. One is 40 feet away from you and one is 20 feet away from you. And if you wish, we can say they're in a nice little line together as well.
We haven't used my wand of lightning bolts in a while.
Mm-hmm. That would be rolling simply 8d6.
Okay.
I gotta make some saves.
Roll.
Those are 2...
8d6? I don't know if I'm doing this right. We're going to find out, though.
Nope, that's right.
Totally. Yeah, 31 damage. Holy crap.
Malika whips out the lightning wand and just kind of fully like, whoosh.
Everyone's hair on their arms can rise up and crackles like static electricity that gathers in the air as Amalika described this brilliant scene of lightning shooting up your wand through the jungle, going through 2 zombies, hitting them, and then kind of traveling through the jungle a little bit more, just kind of like igniting and hitting trees and wood as it almost like a vertical or a horizontal lightning storm as you see like this one bolt just go arcing through the night.
What happens when a zombie is struck by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else.
A rank smell.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Thanks, Malika.
You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
As it just cuts through and just incinerates the 2 zombies that were coming towards the tent. And you have cleared out the camping area of some zombos.
That was invigorating. That was a nice midnight battle, duel attack. I don't know.
Encounter. How are the follows doing?
Aside from legs getting bitten on the leg, and this isn't like the Walking Dead zombie rules. You can get bit by a zombie and still be fine. Aside from like the gnash on the leg, everyone seems to be doing okay. No one suffered too worse for the wear. They're a little shaken. Hey. They're a little disturbed, but they survived. This is the first time they've actually had like loaded help to be with them in the jungle.
Look, I know that was very bad, everybody, but I gotta say, the alarm system saved our lives. Had those zombies just come up to us and we were sleeping, we'd all be dead now.
It's true.
Yeah, I was just admiring
you guys,
guy, and it just kind of jumped out at us, and we're like, oh no, we gotta scream really loud, and then we did, and then like the whooshing and the whooshing and the magic and the silvery and the lightning and the fire and the rapiers, and then we ran. I got bit. It was a traumatic night for everybody.
Yeah, the smart one, you did it. You saved our lives. You're the real hero tonight.
Thank you. My name is Legs. I got bit on the leg. I didn't know if that was ironic or not, but
sorry.
Yeah, I should be fine. Like it wasn't that bad. It was just a little gnash.
Did the same rules apply to zombie?
No, different rules.
Different rules.
Not those rules. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Like, do we need to cut off one of Legs' legs?
No.
Oh my God.
This will not become Surgeon Simulator.
I mean, like you can if you want to. If that's what Amalika believes zombies are, you absolutely can. In fact, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. Gotta click the things. Clicky, clicky, click.
Oh yeah, boom. So yeah, you know that zombies in this type of reality only really are created or just kind of rise up. They don't spread through disease or infection. They're definitely created by a malignant kind of force or someone trying to mess around against the laws of life and nature type of thing.
fact that there are so many on this island is very disturbing.
It's concerning.
Oh yeah, like some of the followers, they just had it and they decide to risk it in the jungle to try and get away, or like try and find another shore to signal down for help. Like, yeah, it's usually followers who just are done. They just don't want to deal with the compound anymore.
Yeah, I can understand how life could push you that far.
It's like, the more I think about it, I can see making that deal with the hag to get off the island is very, very tempting. That's not a bad thing to... We can go back to her, right?
Yosef, maybe you should step in here, buddy.
Listen, if you want to give away your soul to a hag to let her play with it for all eternity, that option is yours. If you want to help us find fortune and glory as an adventurer taking control of your own life, that option is also yours. Choose wisely.
Are we going to actually get any fortune or glory? And this is Legs asking this, kind of like cocking an eyebrow.
Listen, Legs, you don't have even a name. The fact that you have legs is the only defining feature about you. In fact, now that you have a scar on your legs, we're going to call you Scar Legs, and that makes you a little more special. If you want to recover yourself and earn some sort of identity, come with us. Come with us on this important and exciting adventure. Take control of your life.
I mean, now he's known for his legs.
Give me a persuasion check, but you get advantage of this because he is one of your cultists.
Yay. Hold on, I lost my character sheet.
You just keep the highest of the two rolled. Oh yeah, boom. As you see him kind of like, he's kind of nodding, accepting, like realizing what his other options are. Like, okay, yeah, no, that's fortune and glory. All for the island. All for the Poo Bash Aboo. Yeah, that's like nothing can go wrong worshiping the Poo Bash Aboo. I mean, look, you guys, like you blew up a bunch of zombies. You talked to a hag. You took control of the island. I mean, like, I'm sorry, it was wrong. It was wrong of me to question that.
No problem, Legs. It can be scary going on adventures, but we can all call ourselves heroes today.
Hey, the name is Scarlegs now.
Scarlegs.
All right. So if there's anything else you guys want to do for the night, we can speed a plot to morning and have you all woken up, packed up, and ready to tread back into the jungle for those that are interested. Can somebody please give me a survival check?
As a small point of interest, could I have Malika cast Fairy Fire into my Ring of Spell Storing?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, before we... It's like if we sleep, we'll get replenished, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Do I need to actually press it, or does it matter?
No, you don't have to. You can just like say you do it and poof.
Okay. Malika casts Fairy Fire for Waywalk It into Ring.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As you see this awesome display of arcane talent and control of these energies flare out into the world and get sucked into a tiny little ring on Waywalk's finger.
It's like buzzing. It's nice.
A massage for your finger.
Yeah.
All right, could someone please give me a survival check, please?
Oh yeah, that was me. I have the best of these. Oh my god, I cannot believe
Amazing.
I've been rolling mostly so good on these, which is nuts, because I have a very bad survival
I don't
score.
want to jinx it, but like I like roll 20s dice system better than manual rolling.
Does all the math for you.
Well, that too, and it's just not like jinxed.
There's got to be someone out there who has cursed roll 20 dice.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
All right, so Waywalk, you take the lead. You take point on leading the group up the Dino Trail. And as you come up to a small, it gets a little bit more marshy, not swamp-like, but just like it's kind of almost like a little watering hole where it looks like the dinos stop to drink. You actually stop, and you're just gnomish forest survival instincts kick in, and you realize that watering holes and pack animals usually equal predators. As you kind of stop everybody, and you look up, and you can actually see what appear to be like a small, like 2 or 3 Dilophosauruses just kind of hiding in the bushes, like taking observation of who's coming closer to the watering hole. And you use your silent image, and you create this gigantic Dilophosaurus that kind of like does like the big fin display that as it frills out, and you see like the 3 smaller Dilophosauruses go running off into the jungle.
Better wait and tell that to your families. I don't know. Do they have family units? I don't think so.
You successfully cross over the water hole. You go into the afternoon, evening-ish part of the jungle. As it gets a little hot, a little torrid, but it looks like that this game path is leading you in the right direction. It seems like the volcano is perfectly squared up with you. I need you to give me one more survival roll for the night. And if it's higher than an 18, you get a special prize.
Ooh. No, I don't. It's so close, though.
Oh.
16.
Come on, give us the prize.
All right. You go wandering off, so you keep following the path, and then something just catches your eye while walking, like this little glint of metal. And as you look over, you can see what appears to be something slumped over at the base of a tree.
Hold on, my value senses are tingling.
And as you walk over, you see like a skeleton completely. It's no meat on it. It's been bleached by the sun, and it's been out in the elements for what looks like, you'd guess, maybe a good 7 or 8 years, maybe a decade worth of exposure. It does have some metal armor on it that looks rusted and pitted, but you do notice that the scabbard kind of just like twings a little bit. Has a little bit of a shine to it, and you do notice that the tabard on the metallic armor of this former person is in the same type of style of the robes you've seen the cultist wear of the Island of the Absence of the Poo Bash Aboo. And you can definitely tell, like, it's older in design, so probably hasn't seen that type of use in a while, but it definitely looks like it's cult related to the Poo Bash Aboo.
Oh my God! How long have the Poo Bash worshippers been here? This looks like a completely different era for the cult.
You'd say he looks almost like a knight, maybe a paladin. You'd guess.
Yeah. I mean, the way that you guys are now, I wouldn't think that this kind of devotion, these kinds of, fancy medals.
Are we still asleep or whatever? Like,
no, this is like just in the evening time as it's getting close to sunset.
We're about to camp in. Well, I guess this is the afternoon encounter.
Yeah.
Do I recognize or know anything about what we found?
It's hard to recognize. You do remember a couple of people walking around in like plate and like mail armor around the compound. They were definitely paladins of some type that you remember. But because it's literally just a skeleton in a suit of armor, it's hard to put any identifications on who this individual was.
But then they've been dead for so long. I wonder what they were doing out here in the jungle.
There is a satchel next to him. It looks like he may have camped here for the night and just expired.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely look through that satchel.
All right. Give me
look at my last will and testament.
give me an investigation check.
23.
All right, so the first thing you do is you pull up that scabbard, you unsheath it, and you notice it is a silvered longsword that has a +1 to attack and a +1 to damage.
Yeah.
It also has the silver quality, so if you fight any lycanthropes.
might come in handy.
Ba-ba-ba.
I think only Amalika can wield a longsword, actually, among all of us.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Really?
From Elven. You might be able to... I'm not sure if High Elves get longsword, but I think they do.
Dark Elves, I think. No, Dark Elves only get rapiers,
Oh, yeah,
I think.
Dark Elves.
Yeah. We'll check it to be sure. You notice like a lot where food and drink were contained have all wasted away. You do notice like a very thick, almost like an Indiana Jones type of journal. Like it's got like notes and paper tags sticking out all over it. It's got like this kind of like leather band wrapped around that can keep being reapplied to keep everything tightened together. But the pages look brown. They look weathered. It looks like they've been almost rotting a bit in the humidity and the heat, but it still does look legible.
I love a meticulous note keeper.
As you flip open the book, you do notice it is written entirely in Elven.
Actually, do I read Elven? I might. No. I look at it, okay. It's all, gotta say, it's all Elven to me. Maybe it's just a goblin. I do speak many languages, but not this one. Malika, can you read this?
Oh, can I use my lore shenanigans?
I'll say you can use your lore shenanigans after you read about it. Like it wouldn't give you like any info on.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't give you like blind info, but like if you read into it, yeah, you definitely can read it or use your lore thing. So as you read it, it is the journal of Sir Sigmund of the Evertree. And he was sent on his mission by his gods to help out the Poo Abooians on their island to help defend the world, and that he found it quite odd that they were in total odds and oppositions to each other with the followers of Ixamat. That Ixamat wanted to see the world burn, and that the forest goddess wanted to see the world preserved. But they both believed that there should be a world there in the first place. So he was actually sent as kind of like an emissary to help them out a bit. And then when he discovered that there was kind of like this soul vassal, like this soul well inside the volcano, he had to go check it out for himself and investigate what this old and elder god deep in the volcano may be and lead to. Unfortunately, he was plagued by something as he got closer and closer. And you notice that his last couple of entries are about this yellow mist that was slowly starting to corrode at his skin and his emotions, and that he felt that he was losing himself, that he was becoming just kind of like this shade of nothingness, and that he was trying to document everything he could before he lost all memories and sense of identity and sense of self, and that the last couple of pages they just kind of trail off into like just nonsense and garbled words, as he looks like he sat down one night and just never got back up again.
Oh, well, this place clearly gets better and better.
Yeah, that's yellow mists that cause you lose your brain and your bodily functions. That's so this really is a crap island. Why would anyone ever live here?
But think of the opportunities.
What, for selling yellow mists so people can get crazy on it?
Crazy in the mist. We could make a night of it.
Think of the posters. Think of the dance party. Crazy in the mist.
Carl.
No. Oh, Carl, you are just forever on board.
I mean, like, drinks can be like $6 a cup or $3 if you put some yellow mist in it.
Ooh.
I mean, anything's possible with you. I don't even know what it is, but I'm intrigued by it already. I mean, like, who doesn't want to forget the night after partying, drinking, making bad decisions, making good decisions, and just forgetting it all? That's what people want to do when they travel. They just want to forget it all. This yellow mist.
Party you'll always want to forget.
We should put it into a jar and sell it. That's what I'm thinking.
Beautiful. All right, well, I think that's good thoughts. And, I say at this point, we call it a night. And I also say that in my human identity.
All right. Yeah, we can call it there. I can send you some. Actually, Amalika, give me a quick investigation check, and I'll send you notes, so we can do it next week for what you're going to learn.
Okay.
With your whisper jaw from this guy.
Oh. I jinxed it.
It's true.
Oh.
Yeah, you did really tempt the fates there.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that was you had 2 days left till retirement type of thing.
Oh.
All right.
Well, at least it's not a 1.
Yeah.
True.
I'll send you some more story notes on Sir Sigmund. And yeah, that's it for this week. Thanks for playing, everybody. We got to meet Aunty Morgan Mudwallow. Maybe she'll come back. Maybe she won't. We got to see some things in the jungles and get a little bit of a character development out of Legs.
Yay! And we had our best fight ever, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
We were really going at it.
Yeah, we crushed those things.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, no,
that was satisfying.
I meant the best, Yosef Amalika fight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely the best Yosef Amalika fight ever. That was a real family sibling squabble. I like it.
Yeah, that's definitely like our thing, I think, like talking over each other. And
yeah, it's so good.